Welcome back to JB Reviews. I got some upgrades on the GMC, very small ones. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now, very small ones, but we're gonna be discussing some upcoming upgrades for the truck. I do need to list this for sale this weekend. Yes, we are gonna be selling our travel trailer. We're gonna at least try to. If we don't get what we want for it, I'm just gonna keep it because we're probably gonna still go camping, but if I do sell this, I might go back to a fifth wheel in the future. But let's go ahead and take the truck out of the garage. Unfortunately, my kids have their friends here today, and I don't want to film other people's kids because I wouldn't want people to film my kids. So I figured it'd be better if I just do this in the garage. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of the garage, let you guys see the upgrades. And I really think that if you're looking to buy a GMC truck, especially one with painted bumpers, you might want to watch this video. Man, it looks like it's gonna rain today, and I actually kind of hope it does because, you know, Utah is no joke out here with this weather. Woo. And man, when it doesn't rain, it just gets so hot, gets really dusty. But let's go ahead and park right here. This should be a good spot for you guys to see all the upgrades that I did. So can you guys see the upgrades that I did? They're very minor, but one you won't be able to see. I have to really point it out to you. But I did get my windows tinted, and I got my windshield tinted. So this is my first time actually tinting my windshield. I didn't go that dark. I want to say we didn't do 30%. I think we did the next step up, but I did go 20% on the side windows just to match the back. I personally don't like dark tint because I'm not gonna say I can't see at night, but I have a hard time seeing at night. And I think the truck looks so much better with the window tint with this color for sure. I am thinking about powder coating my wheels too. I'm thinking about just going all black on the wheels. I don't like the machine look. At first I started to let it grow on me, and then I saw it the other day and I'm like, I just wanted to be black. I think they would look so much better. And you know, the front grille has this bronze color on it, and then you have that machine. So I'm also thinking about potentially blacking out all these badges. But the question is, am I going to keep the truck for more than a couple years? Because then I might be just wasting money. So let's talk about this front bumper. I drove this truck cross country last year to Indiana and back, and I luckily did not get any damage on this bumper. But let me just tell you right now, if you are thinking about getting a GMC truck, Chevy Silverado, painted bumpers on their side absolutely suck. And so I decided to go ahead and just PPF the front bumper. So I did this, of course, all the way over to the other side. They couldn't, however, do this trimming here, which honestly I think would look good long term if they were able to PPF that, but they didn't do that, and they didn't do this plastic trim piece either. So yes, if you are thinking about getting a GMC truck and you're going to keep it for more than 4 or 5 years, if you live in any state that gets snow and they put like kind of like gravel almost on the road, I 100% recommend you do it. And here's why. I'm going to show you guys some footage of a truck that I did a review on. I did a towing video with this truck, and you guys see this bumper? That looks absolutely horrible. And trust me when I say this, I paid in total, I can't remember exactly what I paid for each thing, but with tip, I paid $800 for all this. Now, the guy that tinted my truck and his wife that actually, or his girlfriend that PPF my bumper, they're a small business. I'm gonna put his phone number here. His name is Nico. Be sure to reach out to him if you would like to get window tint if you live in the Utah area. I do know that they just got a shop, and I think that they might travel to, I think, probably not too far. Probably if you're within, I would say Salt Lake City, maybe up to maybe American Fork out here in Utah, maybe. But again, look at this bumper, look at the front grille, like around that area on that truck. You can see that the painted part actually holds up really good. Now you see my truck here, This right here I did not get protected. None of this is protected because unfortunately, like I said, you can't protect this grill, so that's going to get messed up. And the plastic doesn't really scuff off the paint as bad as what they do on the painted side of the bumper. But I do need to take it back because there's a few spots that you need to touch up on right here and then right here. And that's pretty typical when you get this stuff laid. It does sometimes come up over time, so you just have to have them just repair it a little bit. All they do is just snip off that spot, and I can probably do it myself. With that being said, I'm going to take you guys online because AEV does have some accessories now on their website for the HDs. This is AEV-conversions.com, and if you go to the shop tab here, go over to GMC and then select Sierra, they have a few accessories now for the truck. Let's go ahead and start off with the bumpers. Unfortunately, they don't have the bumpers quite yet for either the half tons or the HDs, but they do have an installation kit for the winch. Now, I met a guy a few months back. He actually built his own mounting for a worn winch. This is going to be for a come-up winch right here. They also have a isolator, which is this guy, which is nice to have. And if you guys want to see the winch, this is the come-up winch that they have available. It's rated for 12,500 pounds. And this is a accessory with Chevy, so if you want to use your points, you have that option here, or GMC, either one. So $2,300. So that's not too bad, I guess. I mean, I would like to see a little bit cheaper than that, but it's cheaper than Forge for sure. And this is just all the hardware that they have here, just so you guys have an idea. Now, as I said, unfortunately, they do not have the bumpers, but again, for the guys who have the AEV package, you're in luck because they also have the brackets for the lights too. Now, I'm not sure if you can get those on the accessories with GM, but they have an installation guide here, and that's all I can really see. I don't see that they have anything on the accessory side because they actually gave you a page to go to from here for that worn winch, or I mean, excuse the come-up winch. Now, going back again one more time, you do have the option to get the skid plates down below. So if you have a 2020 plus HD Chevy or GMC, you're in luck because you can actually add these. Now, for someone like me, it does not make sense to buy these. So you have the independent front suspension skid plate. Here's a picture of it right there. I will zoom in. So you have that guy here, and this is what they say. Be sure to pause it. So 2500 and 3500 models. The next one is the exhaust skid plate. They have a picture of it. It's right here. And the same story. Looks like it's going to be for the single rear wheel models, excluding the dual rear wheel. And it says some minor drilling required on pre-2023 trucks, so just keep that in mind. Up next is the last one. This is a transfer case skid plate. This is a good one here. I like this one because it is stamped, so mud can just flow through and you can just rinse it out a lot easier. And this does exclude that dual rear wheel model, and it says some minor drilling required for pre-2023 pickup trucks. So yeah, that's a lot of money. It's 3 skid plates, you know, $475, $500, and $575. So not including the bumpers, you're spending a lot of money just for that. And apart from that, they have wheels. I'm sure if you do like the blackout on the wheels, they do have that option. Now, I do see that they have a snorkel available, but again, they don't show it for purchase yet. But these are the Salta wheels that you can get, and then here's some of the specs for that. All right, it's time to go off-road for a little bit. I'm gonna jump this. Let's go! I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. I love my truck way too much to do something crazy like that. But look how dusty it is. We need some rain for sure. Now I'm gonna show you guys some articulation, right? You obviously wanna see that, I'm sure. I'm gonna go up on this side here. This is a better spot. And I'm gonna do a short too. I wanted to do this last time, but I didn't have a chance to. So here's why you might want to consider that front skid plate. I think personally, even though I know it's just for the independent front suspension, when you are kind of going over some terrain, that skid plate might be worth it. Now for my truck, I don't really need, oh snap. Oh, it's because my tire on the back is off the ground. But man, this feels weird. Check this out. We are at, that's only 14 degrees, never mind. That's nothing to get excited about. But if you try to open the door, it's super, super heavy. But yes, oh, look at that. That tire's off the ground, for sure. It's probably about 3 inches, 4 inches off the ground. And look at that articulation. Wow. That's why you buy an off-road truck, guys. Good stuff. So I am considering going 37s on this truck. I've been doing some tire shopping, but I'm just not ready to spend the money right now. I just, I've been doing pretty well on YouTube, and I feel like, I want to spend some money, but then I'm like back in my head again, like, will 37s fit? Will I have to do any trimming? Because I don't want to. And most of the guys that have this truck, they run aftermarket wheels, and I'm not going to do aftermarket wheels. So my plan is, if I do decide to just pull the trigger and go 37s, I might as well go ahead and get the wheels powder coated, because I don't really like the machine face. I think I would like it if it was just all blacked out. What do you guys think? Should I just leave it alone? I mean, it's already a nice truck. And like I said, if I do powder coat the wheels, I'm probably going to switch off some of the badges like these, just so they're all blacked out too, just to make it look a little bit better. And I think 37s would look a lot better too. And these tires allow, like, once I do my 10,000 mile review, I'm still trying to put that video together. These tires have gotten even louder, and I think this is as loud as they're going to get until, of course, they start really losing that tread. But these tires are just not my favorite. I do like them on the half tons, but on these, they're just loud, like really loud. They look good, they have great aggression, and they're not that great off-road as you guys saw in the video I did. So I'm thinking about going with a black wheel. But then again, that front grille has bronze on it. I could go with bronze maybe, although that bronze is that's not a pretty bronze. I don't think I'm gonna do that. If I do, never mind. I was gonna see if you guys would think I should go bronze. What do you think? I'll just ask you guys, hypothetically, that's not the prettiest bronze for wheels probably, but should I go black or bronze? Let me know in the comment section. Now you guys can see this side was spinning, right? Open diff, and of course out back you have a locker. That's why I wish they would have just gone ahead and made this a 3500. That way we would have had a higher gross fuel weight rating, which meant we would have been able to probably get a locker up front, because I had heard it said on Truck King's YouTube channel that the reason why they didn't do a locker up front is because of the extra weight that would have to be accounted for, which meant the payload would have been even lower than what it is now, and it's already low. It's like 2,800 pounds. I'm thinking about going 37s. I'm thinking about maybe doing a powder coat for the wheels, black. And lastly, I'm not going to get any of the skid plates because I don't really need them, but I do want to get the AEV front bumper only. I prefer my steps on my rear bumper. I use those all the time I get in my bed, all the time. So if I do get the front bumper, I shouldn't hurt my payload too much. That's my thought here. And if I were to, take some stuff off my truck in the future, if I decide to keep it long term, potentially I could pick that back up. Most of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Most of you guys know. But yeah, I love the truck though. It's definitely my favorite I've had so far. Thank God I didn't get that Ford Platinum, because that probably would have been my favorite truck for sure. Yeah, check that out right there. Oh yeah, that is the shot right there. That looks great. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Should I go blackout or bronze on the wheels? And should I get the AEV bumper up front? I won't do the back one because I prefer having the steps that you guys can see right there. Those are a game changer for sure. So I don't want to lose those. And if you get the AEV bumper in the rear, it would be obviously a lot more money and you lose those steps. So not worth paying for it if I don't see the value in that. But the front bumper, I do like it. I like the black recovery hooks versus the red ones. And I probably could sell this bumper for probably $2,000. So figure after, unless I install it myself, the new bumpers, I think if the AEV bumper's coming around 2,500 bucks or less, I'm all in. but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be more than that, and I don't think I want to spend any more money than that. So I think I'll just keep what I have and just be happy with it, because this truck is super nice. Like, I love the truck, and most people who see me, they're like, they love my truck too. But yes, I think that they have a great product here. They just need to work out some of the details on the temperatures. I know people are like, why do you care to see all this information? When you drive as much as I do, you get bored, and it's just nice to see temperatures. It's nice to see what gear you're in. One of my buddies who, I don't know you, but like you typically do respond in the comment section on my GM content. You had mentioned, why do you need to see what gear you're in? It's nice to know how the transmission works. Like, whenever I'm towing, I can tell when I'm not in 10th gear. And typically when you're in tow haul mode, you won't be in 10th gear. You're either locked in the 8th gear or even 7th. So sometimes 9th and 10th gears never even get shifted into. So it's just nice to know that, because I can just lock those gears out sometimes too if I can see where the fuel economy is on certain roads. It's just a learning curve for me. I like to learn as I drive. Like, it's not about me just jumping in a car and driving. I like to see every detail, like even with the temperatures. I've even noticed sometimes at certain speeds where the temperatures will start to pick up, especially on my old Ram when I had that gauge summary when it showed you all the temperatures. Sometimes I could tell by some of the roads I would drive on, I would slow down sometimes because the temperatures would start to increase as we were climbing. So it's just little things like that. Hope you guys liked the video. I definitely like the new tent, and if you do plan on getting a GMC truck or Chevy HD, half ton, doesn't matter, make sure you protect those bumpers if you get painted ones. See you guys soon.